How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and today's episode of Unboxing Awesomeness is going to be a shirt from the Metalhead box. Booyah. That's not going to focus, so I'm just going to pretend you saw that, and we're going to open it up. And then we're going to discuss a little bit about the band there within, because I don't want this just to be a short shirt unboxing video and bore the fuck out of you. I might as well take some time and talk about this band because they're fucking awesome. So let's open this thing up. I did not pre-open this, so you're just going to have to bear with me for a couple of seconds. I'm sorry, I know this part's boring, and you'd probably be rather, I don't know, having a coffee or outside smoking a dart or something. I don't know, fucking vaping, I guess, in 2019. But hey, it's open. Got that painful part out of the way. And here we go. Alright, so the shirt I was super stoked to get and super sad about not getting the box this month. I really wish I could have got the Metalhead box this month. But as you know, I just used that money spending it on a cassette player so that I actually could play the cassettes from the cassette box, plural, that I get from the Metalhead box. So unfortunately I couldn't get May's box, but maybe I will be able to start getting some boxes in the future. We will see. Also, if the Metalhead box wants to send me one to review, I'm totally open for that. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Alright, here we go. This is the Warbringer shirt. I do not have a Warbringer shirt yet, and I've been looking at a few for quite a while now. And then, of course, the Metalhead box ended up getting one made up. So, yeah, I'm just going to let you just soak in how awesome that is. Love the fucking logo. Really cool that you got the planes flying overhead in the background with the mushroom clouds going off. And then the dead soldiers. Or maybe that's just like the face masks that you wear in combat with the... Yeah, that looks more like those face masks that you can get for biking, being a biker or whatever. The biker face masks that are wind shielded with the skull print on them. But yeah, it looks really cool. Love the red and the gray accenting. Perfect for Warbringer. And it's just, you know, a war scene, because Warbringer, hey, hell yeah. So anyways, since this was exclusive only to the Metalhead box and you'd never see one again, I really wanted to get my hands on this because everyone and their mother who's into Warbringer, do you know any mothers who are into Warbringer? Hit me up. Stupid. But yeah, if you wanted to get a Warbringer shirt, you could probably get one from the band or from eBay, and it's just the same one that you'll see everyone else having. More than likely do Warbringer have a No Karate in the Pit one? I think that's Havoc. I'm a bit of an idiot. But anyways, I had to get this because it's unique only to the Metalhead box, and I love Warbringer and have been searching for a Warbringer shirt for what seems like forever now. So that's it. That's the unboxing. Now, if you want to stick around while I talk a little bit about Warbringer, feel free, or shut it off now if you really don't want to waste your time. But if you like Warbringer and you want to hear me talk a little bit about them and show off what I've got so far by them, which isn't much, then stick around. Alright, so Warbringer, if you do not know who they are for some reason, is a thrash metal band from Ventura.
Yes, Satan? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You sounded like someone else.
California, USA. Originally, they called themselves Onslaught, but then quickly changed their name because obviously there's a UK thrash band already called Onslaught. Great band, by the way, very underrated. Go check out Onslaught. Check out Warbringer first, but yeah. Anyways, they started in 2004, and in 2004 they released a demo, and then later on they released another demo in 2005 called Born of the Ruins. After that, they followed it up with an EP in 2006 called One by One, The Wicked Fall. So that's pretty cool. Sounds like a really epic EP title. Probably will track it down sometime in the future if it's available. Maybe not. I'll probably have to go on Discogs and I'll probably discover that it's $50 US plus shipping. So I'll probably be like, nope, too steep for my account. Anyways, after that EP in 2006, they started producing a lot of full-length albums. So the first one was War Without End in 2008, which I actually have a copy of. So excellent stuff, really, really crazy. I remember hearing this probably back in 2008 or 2009 and thinking this was some of the heaviest thrash I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. And ever since I heard it, I knew I had to get a copy. So there's that, Warbringer, War Without End. Awesome stuff. I don't know if there's too much behind the tray. Oh, there is. Holy shit, I'm glad I removed that. Look at that shit. Hell yeah. These are, looks like one of those assholes that you have to fight in Dark Souls. But yeah, sweet. Yep, really, really great stuff. They came out swinging. They came out with a punch. They came out just mowing down bodies and putting rounds in motherfuckers. So yeah, great debut album in 2008 with War Without End. And then they followed that up the following year with Waking Into Nightmares, 2009's full-length album, their second album that is. And that's that. It looks pretty crazy. The artwork reminds me of some kind of old school brutal death metal artwork that wasn't all about like necro beasts coming out of the ground and stabbing people through their torsos. It's just kind of that kind of creepy looking architecture. But yeah, there's the CD on the inside, picture of the band members looking super fly and sexy, as one does when they're a member of a thrash band. And then of course bullets and pentagrams. Did I say pentagrams? Maybe that's a Freudian slip. Pantygrams? Wink, wink. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood today. So, really cool. A really, really good album. Great follow-up. Less blistering fast and crazy. And they started adding in some kind of more hooky riffs. The Jackal, Living in a Whirlwind, Abandoned by Time, Nightmare Anatomy, Shadows from the Tomb, Forgotten Dead. Just excellent, excellent album. Second album by Warbringer, Waking Into Nightmares from 2009, released on Century Media Records. So that's where my collection ends, unfortunately, but they do have some stuff after that. The album after Waking Into Nightmares in 2009 was called Worlds Torn Asunder, which came out in 2011. I've heard it. It's really good. I really need to get it in my collection. Very obvious points, I know. However, it was definitely a step up a little bit from Waking Into Nightmares. They are definitely getting a little bit more into hooks, a little bit more into just thrashing insanity and becoming the band that you all know today. So excellent third full-length album with Worlds Torn Asunder in 2011. And then in 2013, 2 years later, they returned with Warbringer 4, Empire's Collapse. Excellent. I think maybe a little bit of an underrated album too, because I don't really hear too many people talking about Warbringer 4, Empire's Collapse. And it's a shame because they have some of the craziest, fastest, most punishing riffs I've heard from thrash in a long time on that album. Once again, need to get it in my collection, need a copy in my ears right now. Fantastic stuff. And once again, highly underrated, not so well talked about for some reason. Go check out Empire's Collapse, their fourth album from 2013. And finally, they ended up coming out with Woe to the Vanquished 2017, probably where most of you guys know them from, probably the album that's been played a lot and talked about the most within the metalhead community here, and for a good reason. It's really heavy, it's really like crushing and thrashy. The vocalist is just giving it his all in this one, and I really, really enjoy it. Looking forward to adding it to my collection sometime in the near future. Now, after that, they did release a new single in 2018, August specifically, called Power Unsurpassed. There's a bonus live track on the single, something of the Blade, I can't remember, but yeah, it's really good. Looking forward to the new album whenever the fuck that comes out, because it's June now. It's almost a year ago that this single dropped, so hopefully they're coming out with new Warbringer really, really soon. Now, some interesting trivia facts before I end this video about Warbringer. is that they've actually had 15 ex-band members that were in this project before the current lineup, and that's pretty crazy. I gotta say, like, I couldn't imagine being in a band. Well, I mean, they've been around since 2004. It's now 2019. Having 15 different band members come in and out isn't too bad. But when you think about it, if you were ever in a band and you could think about, I had 15 members come in and out of this thing, and that's just crazy. Like, especially solid members too. Like, I couldn't imagine having to retrain a new member every fucking time. Like, you'd have to retrain a new member 15 times. Holy shit. And these guys are still going and coming out with new music. Kudos to them for having the patience and tolerance and just motivation to keep going. So cheers. And within those members, there has been people from bands like Lich King, Bonded by Blood, Fear Factory, Ex Mortis, Power Trip, Skeletal Remains, and even Jungle Rot. Now, some of these members were part of the live crew for some of the bands, but still, having members in your band from like such outstanding bands like that and titles, like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty crazy. Like, they've definitely been around the scene, playing tons and tons of shows. I unfortunately haven't been to a single damn one of them because I don't think Warbringer comes to Canada very often, and if they did, they'd have to go to Toronto because that's really the farthest I can travel. So I don't know, how many times has Warbringer been to Toronto? That's a good question, but if they do, I would definitely happily go see them. And if Warbringer does come to Toronto, please bring Havoc and Toxic Holocaust and Skeleton Witch with you, because that would be fucking amazing. So yeah, that's all I got. Unfortunately, like I said, I only have the 2 albums by Warbringer, that being the 2008 War Without End album and the second album from 2009, Waking into Nightmares. And today I finally got a Warbringer shirt. Hell yeah. Looks great. Maybe this will have some thing to do with the new album whenever it comes out. The Power Unsurpassed related album. So, yep, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this unboxing video and a little bit of trivia and talking about Warbringer. Shoutouts to my boy James Harris and Baldiscectomy. Thanks again for the shirt, man. Really, really appreciate it. And that's it for me, for Glory, for the Rebellion and the Alliance. Slimer out.